Welcome to my channel. I'm Uncle Mark. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks working on your Grand Caravan. We're going to start off with the one you've come here for, and that is the torque sequence for your intake manifold, the upper one on your 3.6 Pentastar, some Grand Caravan, and some other vehicles. So you probably have it already off. So as you're putting it back together, don't forget this foam piece here. It's an insulator, and it goes only on one way. I think it's a heat insulator to try and keep the heat from building in your intake manifold. I'm not 100% sure how important that is, but they built it that way, so I'm thinking that's what they wanted you to do. Now, of course, using a T20 or an 8mm or 5/16 socket to snug them up, you just want to snug them till the washer's bottomed out. Once you've done all that, and again, just snug them. There's also these bolts in the front, nuts that you want to put on there. You can do that after. Here's the torque sequence for the 7 bolts. 71 inch-pounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th one. That'll be the order you do them in. If you'd like some more videos on this vehicle, I've got a playlist. Flashing yellow arrow points to a card you can click on the very top right-hand corner. Whole bunch of videos there, probably on most issues you will have with your Grand Caravan. Once you have them all torqued up, there are those 2 nuts in the front as well that you're not going to want to forget. They'll just hold it a little more when your engine shakes a little bit. There's one on that side, and there's one on the other side as well. They're on the front, along the rad side. Just snug them up. You can make them fairly tight, but don't over tighten anything. It's just going into plastic. There is a full video on this step by step, start to finish, and it also includes the bracket on the passenger driver side between that and the battery that holds the rest of this intake on. Let's go on to the second tip. That'll be replacing front wiper blades. I'll give you some notes and tricks now. This is probably factory because it's got that little door on there. So you gently want to just pry it open, and then you should be able to just slide. Ooh, that was a little too easy. Something missing in here. I bought this van used. Somebody's replaced these, and they've lost a part. That's a little piece that'll slide into there. So I guess the easiest thing would be to look on the passenger side. Hopefully that one's together properly. So again, if you have the factory ones, they'll have this little door. I'll show you on the ones I bought. I bought some aftermarket ones, and this piece is not on there. Maybe it's some copyright protection or something. Little button you can press here, and then slide it towards the driver's side. So push it in towards the arm. Press your button, and give it a little bit of a push, and it should unclip. And then you straighten the arm out, or the wiper blade out, and it should pop out. That easy. You see the little piece that's in here? I've noticed sometimes when you buy these aftermarket ones, it's a different clip that's already in there. So you have to pop that out and put this one in. Just pops down like that. This is only supposed to be one way that this fits in here. You could accidentally clip that on the wrong way, but I'll show you the angle that this is supposed to be in. But make sure that it clicks. Once it clicks, if you have the factory ones, click that little door down. It also acts as a stop as well. There you go. The cardboard is just to help lighting. So that one with the little door is the factory one, I believe. And this one in front of me, closest to us, is not. You see it doesn't have the little door, but it looks a similar shape. A lot of times these things don't fit as nice as the factory one. That's why you're paying a little bit more for them. But I kind of cheaping out on this, I guess. Nothing wrong with that though, is there? You see this piece that's in there? It's got the little finger as well that will lock. It should lock and click, and that's what you're pushing on when you're trying to remove it. So let's go to the driver's side and stick it in here. Goes along that finger, the wrap around. Might have to wiggle it around a little bit to get it to fit in there. Don't force it, but you might have to put a little bit of pressure, and it should click. Again, if you had the factory one, you can close that little door. If not, I guess we're done. Again, there's that little release button. It just releases a little click tab in there. And that's what it looks like. Seems to be hanging on. One last thing, there's usually some kind of a protective strip on the wiper blade itself. I'll set this down and I'll show you on this one. Sometimes they are along the whole bottom. This one just got on the edges. This is just so you don't break it or bend it or tear it. Just pull that off of there. Otherwise it's going to be wiping kind of funny. Same with the other side as well. Get it off of there. I'll move the cardboard out of the way. Again, that was just for lighting. And we're done. Let's do another one. Tip 3, safe place to jack to the front. Where I like to jack with my floor jack is underneath, either, well, it depends on what side you're doing, driver's or passenger, but it's under the fender. You'll see there's a motor mount or this. It's actually part of your subframe. Actually, I think what that one piece is that I usually jack under is actually your lower control arm. So I usually put my jack right in the middle of the bolt there. And then those little sides there, try and center it. And it shouldn't fall off. And we'll give her a good jack. What I was going to do here is an oil change, so that's why I'm jacking it up so I can get it under there. Now, we'll show underneath. I like to do both sides. So I've got 2 jacks under here. Could have done them one at a time and just used the jack stand, but a jack stand is a must. Please use it. You never know what could happen. Something could fall off your hydraulic jack, and that would not be good. Make sure it's secure under there, and then you can start to work on your vehicle. And put one under this one too. If YouTube's going to let me, I'm going to put a video at the top right-hand corner on a full oil change video if you're interested in one of those. And we'll move on. A little bit about the oil change too. How about the oil filter cap socket size and the torque? So under, of course, your engine cover there is where your oil filter is. So I like to take all this stuff off to get at it. Again, full video in my playlist on how to do all this. But there it is. And the size it looks like is, click this baby on here. Some of these tools I've also got in the description if you like to use some fancy tools that are not very much money. It's a 24mm socket, and it's tight enough that I'm not going to get it off. That's okay, I'm going to use a bigger bar. This is overkill, but I didn't have something smaller handy. Turn it to the left, counterclockwise, if you know what that means. And try and get it loose enough that I can do it a lot quicker with something. Just another little tip, I like to drain the oil first, so I would have had a oil drain plug out and draining in a pan already. Now see right here, there's a place, you're gonna have to take this rubber ring off, O-ring, and it actually sits in this big spot, not in the other spot, not in the spot you think it might. So just keep that in mind when you take it off and you put the new one on. It goes in that big ridge down in there, and it'll seal properly. And of course, once you have your filter in, you want to make this snug. And then I'm going to torque it down to the proper torque specs, and I won't break it. I bet you those oil change places never do that. But if you have one, it's 216 inch-pounds or 24.4 Newton meters. But for sure, if you do it that way, you're not going to break anything. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Let's do one quick last tip here. If you're doing an oil change, the oil drain plug is the size and the torque. The size is 16mm or 5/8. Torque is 20 foot-pounds or 240 inch-pounds. Thanks for joining us. See you another time.